What's up, fans of A.C.B.A, and welcome to another episode of A.C.B.A Saturdays. Thank you so much for being patient. I know last week we said we were at the con and it was going to be a week late, but it was all worth it because we got a whole bunch of really cool footage. I stopped by the Tamashii Nations booth and checked out the upcoming line for all the Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts figures. They look incredible. Boog Nice actually got hands-on with the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and Golden Frieza. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff involving articulated icons and their Kickstarter, and as usual, a bunch of highlights from the community. Thank you so much for being patient once again, and we'll catch you guys in today's episode of A.C.B.A Saturdays.
That's crispy.
B. D. Yo, E. B, say what's up. Pancho.
What's good?
Becca. Jack. Yo, Big.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Pancheezey here over at Boundless Brooklyn at booth 114 at New York Comic Con. I'm standing here with
Terrence.
Terrence. How you doing? Good. So, how did this whole thing start?
Davis, my business partner, had an idea of doing something around the water tower. It's such a great symbol of New York City. So he approached me as an industrial designer, and I came up with the idea of like just doing a decorative object. So we produced our first one, which was like this medium water tower, and we started selling it around Brooklyn, and it was discovered by street artists. So it just sort of like snowballed from there, where we hooked up with a lot of artists and they started using it as a canvas, and it's just gone and gone and gone, and we added more things to the line. It's been a lot of fun to work with all these different artists based in New York City and around the world now. So
Very good. So, has there ever been a point where an artist has influenced you into a new design or anything like that?
not yet. They were really happy with what we're doing as canvases. We get a lot of feedback from customers who buy the things and see it and say, oh, it'd be great if you did a barn or a canoe or something like that. So we're always open to new ideas. But really, the artists just love to get their hands on our stuff and just go wild with it. So.
Oh yeah, this stuff is incredible. So where are you guys based out of?
We're in the Navy Yard now. We started in Fort Greene, in Brooklyn, of course.
Of course, in Brooklyn. So we're actually from A.C.B.A, stands for Articulated Comic Book Art. We'd love to get our hands on some of these pieces. They're perfect for, our action figures. They scale perfectly with everything. A couple of us in the community are really good artists as well, so we're, functioning on both sides. And have you ever seen anybody do anything kind of like that with these?
No, but here at Comic-Con, we've discovered that this whole community exists, so we're excited to connect with them. And some guys have been buying stuff for us backdrops, so we're really excited to see what they do. Looking for it on Instagram, so it's great to connect with a new audience.
Definitely. And where can we find you on Instagram?
At Boundless Brooklyn.
Hey, excellent. Look out for us, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
So if you guys are interested in checking out their full catalog, make sure to head over to their website and pick up literally everything you can, because I certainly did, and I don't regret it for 1 second.
G'day A.C.B.A fans, how's it going? Mashville here, coming at you with a new segment for A.C.B.A Saturdays we're calling Tournament Tips. Joining me today will be Billy Mahoney. Well, not actually joining me, but we'll be cutting across to him later on for him to talk about some of his tips for the upcoming World Tournament. My first tip is overexertion. Make sure you don't go too hard straight out of the gate. All you need to do is make sure for round one that you can put together a competent display with decent lighting, decent posing, that kind of stuff. And obviously well put together video. Make sure everything that needs to be visible is visible, and things that don't need to be visible are not. Second thing I want to talk about is point categories. Make sure for each of your videos that you're hitting every single category to at least some degree. Even if you think you're only going to get 1 point in a category, every point counts. Oftentimes, whether you make it through a round, it can be judged by half a point or less. So make sure you're hitting every category: effects, props, background, all that stuff. And otherwise, if you don't have any effects, then you're going to be relying on the categories that you are hitting to get, like, say, a perfect 10 out of 10, which is very difficult to do. And the other thing I want to talk about is photo setup versus video setup. Obviously, a lot of the guys competing this year for the first time have really nailed photo setups. We've got some of the most amazing photography artists in the action figure community on the A.C.B.A page now. There's a big difference between that and a video setup. Video setups, you can't hide anything with cropping and that kind of stuff, really. And you can't use as many, say, like camera tricks and there's different camera tricks you can use for a video. So just make sure that everything works in sense of the depth of the picture and stuff like that, and make sure that you're only seeing what you want people to see through the lens, and not showing like any wires from stands or anything like that, or wax from cutouts, yada yada yada. Obviously, the main thing that contributes to that is the fact that videos have to be a video setup. You'll be showing many different angles, not just the one angle where you can kind of hide things when you're shooting a photo. Alright guys, that's all I got to say on the topic, and I'm going to shoot you over to Billy now. And good luck on the tournament. Can't wait to see all your displays on the drop date for round 1, my favourite day of the year. Cheers guys.
Hey guys, it's Billy Mahoney here. Thanks to Mashville for setting this up for me. As some of you may know, for the last 2 years I've placed in the top 3 places in the World Tournament. First year was 3rd, last year was 2nd. This year I wasn't going to compete, but Boog put up an Instagram photo that said I was, so when the chief calls, you got to do your business. So I will be trying to compete this year. I'm scrambling right now, but also trying to put this video together for you, so let's get right to it. One of the most important things that I could give you is to always carry a notepad with you. This has even got stuff I wrote down for the photo combat tournament that we had done not too long ago. Even though that was just a photo tournament, you still want to have all your ideas laid out. Think about your shots. Write out your shots, just like a movie. Write your scenes out. What are they going to say? What are your cutouts going to be? Are they going to be on the left? Are they going to be on the right? It's very important to have all this stuff. If you want to take this serious, as most of us do, then that's what you need to do. Have a whole game plan, storyboard your stuff out. All you have to do is just scribble it on there. As long as you can read it and you know what you're going to be doing, you're fine. A custom diorama, to me, really shows your dedication to it. I know some people may not have the skill for it, and that's fine. It's not going to make or break it, but it's something that I personally like because nobody else has it. And that's going to give you a little bit of an edge. Second off, one thing that I've learned over the years is to always work on a 3D plane. If we're talking about video here, don't read from left to right like a comic. You can shoot your video from left to right, which makes more sense, but shoot on a 3D plane. So from its depth is the most important thing that I've found, because you can come in and zoom in. You're shooting a video. Think of a movie. A movie's never going to have side sweeping pans the entire time. You're going to move in. You're going to have depth. You're going to have focus. So any kind of rack focus. So if something's in focus in your front, you rack your focus and it comes into focus in the back. It adds a very cinematic appeal to it. It's pleasing to the eye. Also, get a tripod. Get a tripod or set your camera down. This found footage, shaky stuff is it's so distracting, and especially if you have to cut from that to go to a photo just to show what your cutout says, it's so distracting, and you'll go through and look at all the other videos. CJ is probably the best example of just the most phenomenal cinematic A.C.B.A artist I've ever seen. He came in first last year, right out of the gate, young blood, and he was incredible. Watch his videos and learn from his videos. Don't copy his videos, because that's stupid. I always go as big as I possibly can, which is really stupid, but I encourage it because it really pays off, and the gratification that you get from looking at a giant display that you've made, there's just nothing else like that. It's looking back as an artist, looking back on his final product and his work, and it just looks incredible. That's basically the information that I'm going to give you right now. The rest of it's up to you. You know what looks good by looking at it yourself. So if you put something up and you comment, man, if you comment, I know it's not the best, I could have done better, just say it out loud to yourself and really, let it tinker around in the old skull there. Anyways, this is Bill Maru saying goodbye, good luck, and I'll see you on the tournament field. Keep it crispy.
大家好，这次来跟大家介绍一个潜龙谍影的一个场景。那这是算是胖胖小屋第一次做的一个场景的一个影片介绍。那其实这个潜龙谍影的草型是参考一些网络的图片做的，整体的颜色其实偏向那种科技感的颜色，参考是潜龙谍影2的一些图片这样。那主要是给海洋童5寸的公仔所来搭配。现在来介绍一下场景的细节部分。场景的细节部分其实主要做了一个桌子。为什么会做桌子呢？因为其实在游戏当中常常看到 Snake， 他常常从背后去偷袭人家，然后去做，就是会去绕路啊，还是干嘛的。所以其实做了一个很简易的桌子。那比较特别的是做了一个它的一个柜子。那这个柜子呢，主要是可以让 Snake 躲到里面去。那加了很多小细节，例如说，像游戏中里面会出现一些美女的海报贴在里面啊，那它其实是可以开可以关的一个柜子。然后，当然这柜子有符合一些大小的比例。最特别的是，其实做了一个简单的一个监视器。那这个监视器呢，主要呢在游戏中就常常很多幕都是要看到 Snake 他去闪避这个监视器。那这个监视器蛮有趣的一点是，它有时候会发出光。那 Snake 他有时候拿枪去射这个光的话，它这个光会熄灭，就代表监视器没有在运作。那这个监视器主要是用这种小台灯做的，可以看到其实是可以一模一样的，那只是后面再粘个一个珍珠板，然后让它可以装上去，这样。那最后就谢谢大家收看这个简易的一个场景的一个开箱文，祝大家一个美好的一天，这样。
Hey there YouTube viewers, Rectangular back, this time with a little instructional video on how to ship quickly and inexpensively using PayPal, which will help you avoid having to go to the post office altogether. So anytime I purchase anything from a seller on eBay or Facebook, a loose figure, typically it'll come in a bubble mailer like this, and I have a shelf in my garage that I just, once I take the figure out, I try to open it as carefully as possible. This one's a little on the rough side, but it's still easily reusable. So I never throw these away, and that way I never have to buy bubble mailers when I'm selling figures. I just reuse the same one and just stick a printed label on top of the old one and tape it up, and I'm good to go. So that's tip number one. Never throw away bubble mailers when you purchase loose figures. Number two, get yourself a cheap scale. You can get one of these for about $20 on Amazon or other various office supply websites. They do make fancier ones. This one's pretty old, but they do make one. You can get one from like stamps.com, which will have an interface for your computer. But really the only thing we're concerned about is just being able to weigh small packages. Now, what you want to keep in mind is that the most inexpensive way to ship via United States Post Office is with first class shipping. So it has to be 13 ounces or less. So just keep that in mind. And your scale, just need to be able to weigh things in ounces. So with that, let's go to the computer and show you what you need to do. Okay, so once you get logged into PayPal, on your left hand side you should have an option for selling tools, and under selling tools you want to click on multi-order shipping. Once you click on multi-order shipping, you'll have a pop-up window, so you may need to enable pop-ups on your browser, and then you just want to click on continue, and it'll continue to load the shipping page. And this is the blank shipping page here. So you'll need to have already weighed your item and got the address to the seller that you're shipping your loose figure to before you proceed to this screen. And if you're not active for very long, it will kick you out. So just make sure you already have all your information before you get to the screen. Then you want to go to File and Create New Order, and it's going to create another pop-up window. And order details is just if you want to specify, if you own your own business, you want to put in like an order number or something like that. Shipping details is really where you want to go. Now I already have a preset set for first class shipping, but you probably won't have that already, so you just go to Add Service. Now, if we're assuming it's just going to be 1 or 2 loose figures, you're going to go with first class. That's going to be the cheapest way to go. And so then you scroll down to first class package / thick envelope, and then you need to know the weight. So typically if it's 1 loose figure, regular like Marvel Legends size 6-inch figure, it's going to be about 3 ounces. I already know that off the top of my head, so I'm going to select 3 ounces. You shouldn't have to worry about packages unusual or irregular size. You don't have to worry about the size, just bubble mailer, that's all we need to know. You can hide the postage costs on label, which I typically leave that checked. Don't need insurance. And then you need to go down here to click on Ship to Address. You fill out the address information and ship from address. You should already have your address populated in there. If not, then you'll need to add that. Alright, and save and close the bottom. And then it will have the, if something's wrong, like the zip code doesn't match the city, then you'll get this red exclamation point, and then you'll have to edit, find out what's going on with it. So let's go to the ship to address. Okay, so I fixed it. I had the wrong zip code listed in there, so now it's fixed and now it's happy, so it's going to turn green. So once it's green, you have it highlighted, just click on, let's see, edit, file, and then print labels. So it's going to bring up all your labels, but you only have one. Just highlight the one you want to print, and then you click on Pay and Print. And when you do that, say Pay and Print Select, Pay and Print Selected 1, so there's just the one that's highlighted. I'm not going to do it because then it'll actually go to your PayPal account and pay USPS the amount for the label. So in this case, it's only going to cost $1.93, and then once I've paid for it, it'll bring up a new pop-up screen giving you the option to print it. You just print it out, stick it on your package, and then you're done. You should be able to just throw it in your mailbox, and you'll have a tracking number. Then excuse me, you can just copy and paste the tracking number and email or private message it to your seller, and then they'll have tracking, and you never had to go to the post office and didn't cost you anything extra. Hopefully that video helped you guys, and stay tuned for more tips in the future. Alright, talk to you later.
I got one question for you. What are those?
What's up? This is Dallas James, the Incurable Collector. And I want to really quickly talk about Articulated Icons, the feudal series. If you haven't heard, the Kickstarter campaign was 100% successful. Actually, it was 200% successful because they were able to double their minimum funding goal of $160,000. They brought in $340,000+, I think. So congratulations to them, man, to the whole AI team, to the full staff, to everybody involved. Awesome. And congratulations to us too, to the backers. I mean, we bought in on the idea, we subscribed to the concept, and we committed with our money. We bought into something that we weren't really even sure, if it was even going to make it, if they were even going to hit those stretch goals. Especially, I'm talking about the Devoted Legion backers. I mean, we pledged from the very beginning, Devoted Legion, and didn't even know if it was going to hit those stretch goals, and it did. So, and as a special kind of a thank you, the A.C.B.A staff is going to be doing something really, really cool. For all Devoted Legions, you'll be getting a really special item. I can say one per Devoted Legion for all the Devoted Legion backers only. So this is a Devoted Legion backer exclusive only. As a special thank you for kind of, going in blind, and having that faith in the team, having that faith in the product, and having that faith that this thing was going to get done, and it did. So we're doing something, the A.C.B.A staff, we're putting something together that's going to be included as a special bonus, but more importantly, as a free bonus. So all Devoted Legions only will be getting this free bonus, and it's really, really cool. More news to come. Oh, and about the backer kit, just kind of be patient with those guys. There's a lot of administrative stuff that goes into this backer kit, and they're trying to make it as customizable as possible, so you're able to use your pledge funds however you like. So give them the time, be patient, and until they can work it out and get it out.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with this month's Bump segment. This is when we highlight some of the things that were really popping for that particular month. We're looking at things for the month of September 2015. And this right here was the A.C.B.A Sunday special for September 6th, 2015. This is by my man Lloyd Hondo, with a pretty simple shot, but this is dope. It's just showing the Super Saiyan Son Goku, showing his strength here and balancing on two fingers. I thought this was really, really dope and got a lot of love in the group. And the great thing about it is it's 100% tangible. Look at that right there. He did that with, he suspended the figure with some strings there. You can see him highlighting it and the seaside shot. So this was just all around wonderful. Just showing you the essence of A.C.B.A. 100% tangible, totally tangible. Up next, we're looking at a shot from my man Derek Borecki, who had a really, really, really dope shot here with the DC Collectibles Mr. Freeze, and a custom cell that he built and painted and put together. And he's got Mr. Freeze here looking like he's soaking over his dear Nora, and he's got that baking soda right there to look like snow or ice building up inside of the cell, and the lighting behind the door and the lighting in general and everything here just looked really clean, really official, and this got a ton of love in the group. This was actually the Sunday special for September 13th, 2015, and my man D. Borecki put it down with this one right here. This was definitely a dope shot. This was the third Sunday special for the month of September. This was September 20th, 2015. This is a shot from, I hope I can pronounce this correctly, but the name is Abhishek Rout. I hope I got that right. The Instagram handle is @ar.retouchers, RETOUCHERS, and he is from India, and this was a phenomenal shot right here. Very clever, very simple. It's made to look like the opening sequence from the Justice League animated cartoon, and this just looked really, really good. He says that he utilized the technique called light painting to kind of get this effect. There was no Photoshop, there was no crazy post-shot rendering or anything like that, and this just came out really, really dope, and I got a lot of love in the group, and I thought this was an amazing shot. Very nicely done. Next up, looking at a shot from my man Cedric Bacon, aka Bat Said. This was probably one of my personal favorite shots for the month of September, and this got a lot of love, but honestly I don't think it got as much love as it should have. I think it did top out at about 500 likes or something like that in the A.C.B.A group, but this could have clearly went to 1,000. It got a lot of love on Instagram as well. This was the A.C.B.A Sunday special for September 27th, 2015, and this was just clever, man, just really, really clever. He's got Batman and Robin here on the set, so this is not really, they kind of breaking the fourth wall a bit, I guess here. I guess that's how you could categorize it. But he's got Adam West and Bart Ward looking like they're getting ready to go on set, and he's got the Bushwhackers as some stage hands, and this was just official. Very well done. So I can't really go nuts this month as far as highlighting a lot of shots from the month of September. I'm gonna leave it at that with just the Sunday specials. As always, there were a ton of great shots in the A.C.B.A Facebook group, and if you're not in the group, you need to come out and join, and you need to get active on Instagram, and you know, display art is just blowing up. But I did want to give a quick shout out to my man Matt K over at the Foosh, who put together all of these shots. These were some of the promotional shots for the Articulated Icons Kickstarter campaign, and he did his thing with these, doing the best that he could do with what he had. And you know, these are just prototypes, but he did his best to make everything look natural, and all of the actual quality of the pictures was just on point. The lighting and the sets and everything just looked amazing. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to him, and I'm gonna talk about one more thing before I get out of here. So we out of the month of September, we in the present right now, and this month, a couple of days ago in October, there was an article in the National Post. This is what you see in here, the actual published physical copy of the paper that had an article on articulated comic book art in the art section, and more specifically it was a story on CJ, who was last year's A.C.B.A World Championship winner, World Championship Tournament winner. He took it for 2014, and he is the current A.C.B.A World Champion, and this is some of his work right here. So they did a feature story on him and on A.C.B.A, and I was interviewed, and Mike Wang was interviewed, and that is huge for A.C.B.A, once again continuing to legitimize this art form. I just want to say congratulations to CJ, and big up to everybody who had pictures in the article. There'll be a link. You need to check that out. Oh man, and shout out to Victor Ferreira, who was actually the person who wrote up the story, who put together the entire thing, sent the camera crew out to go and interview CJ and quarterback the whole entire situation. And I think he put together a wonderful piece on A.C.B.A and me and everybody involved. It was great.
Well, we at Bluefin right now, checking out the new Golden Frieza and the Son Goku, the God Son Goku. They're selling these each day, but it's only a certain amount that they're putting out for sale. And you got to be here between 10 and 11 to actually pick up a ticket for you to buy one. And if you pick up a ticket for that day, then you have to purchase it that day. So me and Pancho are here, we hanging out. We didn't get a chance to purchase anything, but they do have this little area where you can kind of mess around with the figures. And I will say that the one thing that I'm noticing right now off the bat is that this one is actually, it feels a lot better than the original release of Frieza as far as the joints. They're much tighter. It doesn't seem to have that issue with the leg right here. It feels pretty good, man. It looks good. I'm not really a big fan of this design, honestly, but the way the joints are moving and the way it's moving, it feels quality. It feels really, really sturdy. So definitely going to make a purchase on this regardless, but it looks good, man. It does look good.
Yeah.
Your Minuteman Review by Dave Starscreamer Lutwack. This month we're looking at the A.C.B.A Series 2 cutouts. These things are awesome. You get a great card, and of course it comes packaged phenomenally. You get a ton of stuffs too, and one of my favorites is the fact that the cheese wax this time is packaged separately. No more sticking to the corners. You get some great sound bubbles, which are nice heroic dialogue, of course. One of my favorites is the magic one, which does not have to be used for Doctor Strange if you're creative. You get some amazing sound effects, some nice non-generic ones, but one of my favorites, was the bullet effects, which really make your character's weapons pop. The sound effects, though, are great for all types of characters, from weapon swings to just some good old-fashioned pummeling. That and the cardstock is top-notch. This and more can be found at starscreamersrants.wordpress.com, Twitter at TrueStarscreamer. And remember, keep it crispy.
What's up, you guys? I'm over here at the Tamashii Nations booth with
Dave.
Dave, how you doing?
Good, man.
Good,
Great.
Good. We have some questions about the turtles. Now, we have the turtles right here on display. Any information about the turtles, like what kind of faces they have? Are they prototypes? What's going on?
Right now, they're just prototypes right now. There's not much information on the faces or anything that's going to really come with them. What the box is going to look like. Right now, they're just prototypes.
Any idea of when you'll be debuting the information? Any kind of ballpark you can give us?
I know that they're going to be put out next year. They're going to be released, but there will probably be more information at New York Toy Fair in February.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, man. A lot of people are looking really forward to the turtles. Really excited you're putting them out, and thank you so much for all your information, all right?
Of course.
All right, have a good one.
You too, man.
Thank you, man. Hey everybody, how's it going? Pancheezey here, coming at you from the Tamashii Nations booth at New York Comic Con, checking out the new Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line coming out. As you can see right here, we got the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta coming out, followed by the Goku. The Goku actually hits this year, so remember to go ahead and get that. The Frieza as well, the Golden Frieza comes out this year, so go ahead and secure your pre-orders. Big Bad Toy Store still has them up, so it's not too late. Next up, coming up, we have the recolors for both Vegeta and Trunks. Vegeta's coming out this year. Trunks is coming out very beginning of next year. And then right at the very end, we have Beerus and Jacko. Those figures are coming out next year. Beerus looks absolutely amazing in person. The pictures didn't really do it justice, but seeing him right here in person is phenomenal. He looks great, as well as Jacko as well. And don't sleep on Jacko, especially if you haven't watched the Revival of F yet, or if you haven't read the manga yet, definitely hit that up because he's an amazing character. So, once again, I'm here at the Tamashii Nations booth. Go ahead, you can find all the information for these guys online, but don't forget to pre-order them. Definitely don't sleep on them, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of A.C.B.A. Saturdays, and on to the next one.
Hey, what's up guys, 94 here with another action figure review. This time we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Stormtrooper from the Star Wars line. You can take a look at the articulation. You go left and right there. Down, not that much, it does get hindered, and up, not that much, it gets hindered by that helmet, so not a lot of movement going up and down. But forward and back on the arm, and then out, do have a bicep swivel. The shoulder guard does articulate, pretty cool. Double jointed elbow right there, swivel at the wrist with a hinge, and it does swivel at the forearm. We do have a diaphragm joint that has a lots of range of motion there. Forward and back on the leg, in and out. Also, it does have a waist swivel at the thigh. Double jointed knee. We have a hinge on the ankle with an ankle rocker and ankle swivel. As for accessories, we have his gun that is just a flat black. So pretty cool. We got pointing fingers, grabbing hands right here, more like it's for the gun, the trigger fingers. If I had to pick, I would go with the SH Figuarts Stormtrooper over the Black Series version. Looks very nice in my opinion. Great figure overall. Thanks for watching, guys.
What's up, fans of A.C.B.A? Once again, I'm here at the Tamashii Nations booth, checking out the Awakening Goku Super Saiyan. Unbelievable figure. He looks absolutely insane. If you haven't seen him in person, I don't know what to tell you because I'm right here, so you're not here. Whatever. He's really, really great. Looking at him right now is unbelievable. His joints, everything is on point. This is the quintessential, the top, the cream of the crop SH Figuarts. All the articulation is great. His knees, finally, we have double jointed knees on a Goku. Incredible, really breaking the mold. Unbelievable. And yo, he just looks really dope. So don't forget to pre-order. He's on Big Bad Toy Store right now, and he comes out later this year.